saying in my last video, before I got distracted talking about all my anger, is that I'm Caleb BB. Alright, I moved out into the country on my own, and that's brought its own challenges and tribulations. I think I say so. But you know, there's no one here, I'm all by myself, so I argue with the wall a lot. So I moved out to a little quiet town called Tarwin Lower. I don't know why it's called Tarwin Lower, it's been an uphill battle every single day. I mean, even going to bed every night has brought its own challenges. I get attacked by mozzies every single night. And that got me thinking about, like, imagine if insects and mozzies and that are all human size. I mean, if you think about how loud a tiny little mozzie is for its size, it's like... Imagine if they were human size, it'd be like... You'd be like, oh man, I had a shit-ass night's sleep, there was this mozzie buzzing a couple of K away from my house. And so I had to start putting a fan on me at night because the air makes it hard for their little wings. But the fan is one of those like ridiculous broken white ones that stand like that, and the noise that comes out of it is like da 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 da. But I started getting used to it, and it's become a bit of a comfort thing for me. And like in my mind, I can't go to sleep without hearing da 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 da. You know? Somehow my brain is just thinking, yeah, this is it. This is what I need to relax. It's right there. I get so bored out here, man. I even started drawing, you know, like... What? I'm not far from the coast. Sometimes I just go down to the ocean just to look at it. I don't do nothing, I just look at it. I like to just stare at the ocean every now and then. It's a little bit weird. So all of that thinking kinda got me thinking about the earth and all of that. Like, I reckon I figured it out why we call her Mother Earth. I mean, if you take the ocean for example, it's like the Earth's vagina. You know how, like, you know, it's self-cleaning? The waves, they're pushing out the nasties. It's a bit wet! And I guess it's a bit fishy. But no, it's like she hasn't come out of her teenage stage yet. I mean, look at all of her pimples. I mean, volcanoes. You know, volcanoes, they're the pimples of the earth. And like, when they get really bad, they go off. Take mudslides for instance. I mean, mudslides are like the skid marks of the earth. When you know, you see towns and people just getting destroyed by all these mudslides, I think, don't look, don't look. Earth's having a bad day. It's embarrassing. But anyway, I'll show you something. And there's a lot of bush. You know, it's like the 70s down here in Australia. Bush everywhere you look. But tell you what's funny, right? Where those tiny little organisms. I mean, if you got the earth and put it under a microscope, it's us, humans. We're those tiny little things running around Mother Earth. Like, seriously, chuck it under the microscope, really, really zoom right in, you'd just see me sitting out here like this. So as you can imagine, I'm the kind of guy that learns from mistakes. And I learned pretty quick that out here in the country, touching another man's cut wood is kind of like touching his wife, or like touching his little underage daughter. And so there I was driving on the road, and I saw some cut wood, and I thought, you know, you beauty. And next minute, you know, I'm getting my house threatened to be burnt down, and well, basically, that's how I lost this leg. I knew there was something off when I moved here about this garage. Like, I found, you know, a mummified rat. And at the start, you know, I didn't think that that was that weird until I started moving some stuff around, and I found mummified dog. Like, what I was wondering is, how does your dog just get mummified like that? As a kid, I could always tell when my brother was getting tired, because he would start to sound like a crow. You know, he'd be like, I just wanted to bash him. How's people getting, like, hacked on Facebook and all that? You know, you and 50 other people get tagged in, like, you know, them diet slim pills or some crap like that. And I think everyone thinks the same thing. I think we're all thinking the same thing, you know. What dodgy websites have you been on? Kind of thing, you know. There's poor old Nan sending me out dodgy links. Oh, Nan, gotta get off it. You know. You're 1,000 years old. So if COVID has taught us anything, it's kind of just shows us how resilient humans are. Like, no matter how bad our situations are, us as Homo sapiens, we just keep going, right? It's kind of like people that are born in war-torn countries where all they know is death and pain and suffering, yet you see him smiling and laughing, and you kind of think, how? Well, I'm somewhat of a resilient human myself, you know. When women had to start wearing masks in the whole, like, COVID saga, I was shattered. I took it as a personal thing. And so I had to use my diligence. I had to use my human resilience to keep going forwards, right? Like, you know, they could literally be wearing pants, a big jumper, a hat, and then a full mask covering 98% of their face. And I would still walk past and think, she'd get it, you know? Like, mate, they may as well be literally wearing a bloody burqa, where all you can see is their eyes, and I'd still walk past and go, damn, girl. One of the weirdest things about the whole Western culture is when a man hasn't seen another man for quite a while, a period of time, the first thing he asks him is about his penis. How's it hanging, bro? And if said friend answers about said penis, then it just becomes very weird. A little bit to the left, bro. We say it in the hope that the other person doesn't actually talk about his penis.
Please don't say it. Please don't say it. Please don't say it.
Yeah, I'm good, man.
Ew.
But yeah, Aussies say all sorts of weird stuff, like, you know, oh, he's piss farting around. What the hell does piss farting around mean? What, has he got his dick and